This segment brought to you by Kansas Grain Sorghum, growers working together. Find out more at ksgrainsorghum.org. Speaking of doctors, we have some famous doctors. We have a lot of famous people in Kansas, but this one invented fly swatter.
And the no spitting on the sidewalks.
Yeah, don't spit on the sidewalk. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's kind of like the father of public health.
Yes.
And Dr. Crumbine recently got a statue right across from the State House in downtown Topeka. And guess who the sculptor was on that statue? None other than my dear friend Carson Norton. And Carson Norton, Frank, you may recall, is starring in our documentary on Dr. Theophilus Turner, the surgeon in 1867 who discovered the plesiosaur. So Carson, whose whole family is so stinking talented you can't stand them. His dad is Charlie Norton, the sculptor who did the Buffalo Bill sculpture at Oakley, and his sister is a very talented artist. His mother's a very talented artist. They're just oozing talent over there, those Nortons. But yeah, he's the sculptor on this.
Yeah.
And so I'm so proud of Carson. Congratulations, Carson. And so we're going to take a look at the illustrious career of Dr. Crumbine. The Dodge City doctor who inspired the character of Doc Adams on Gunsmoke has been honored with a statue in front of the Kansas Institute of Health offices near the State House. Samuel Crumbine invented the fly swatter, battled the public drinking cup, and admonished us not to spit on the sidewalks. His descendant, Dennis Crumbine, attended the statue's dedication, as did biographer R. Alton Lee. The Institute's executive officer, Bob St. Peter, told the Capital Journal's Morgan Chilson, "I think that he approached health from a public health and a community perspective," he said. "He talked a lot about all of the other factors that influenced health, especially the health and well-being of children." Carson Norton of Norton Art Studios depicted the iconic figure atop a soapbox, his hat in his hand, obviously sharing an impassioned message with passers-by. Born in Pennsylvania in 1862, Crumbine came of age in a time when the nation was ravaged by consumption or tuberculosis. There was little understanding of the role of germs in spreading illness, but Crumbine knew that the only way to control the spread of disease was to stop people from sharing germs. Bricks were molded with the command, "Don't spit on the sidewalks," and he campaigned to replace public drinking cups and the roll towels, especially common in depot restrooms. The roll towel simply kept rolling, no matter how dirty it became, until replaced, defeating the purpose of hand washing. Crumbine served as executive officer of the State Board of Health in the early 20th century and then became dean of the Kansas Medical School. He later moved to New York City, but returned to Kansas often to lecture.
Lecompton. The name was splashed across newspapers throughout America and Europe. It was debated in the halls of Congress. Lecompton interprets its unique territorial history with 2 museums and other sites. Events throughout the year celebrate history and community. Visit the Territorial Capitol Museum, where more than 70 trees are displayed with thousands of antique and vintage ornaments, and be sure to stop in the gift shops in both Lecompton museums. Spend the day in historic Lecompton, shopping, eating, savoring the rich history.